I am very involved in speech and debate. I travel all the time. I'm going to a tournament in LA next weekend.
BBT?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm not ready.
It's okay.
I have to prepare this weekend.
You will be.
So, I would write about speech and debate. But if I were to write about speech and debate and all these accomplishments I had, all these awards I won, all these people who told me I was an amazing speech and debater, then I would just sound like I was bragging, right? And no matter how good my accomplishments were, they would not be letting me in because they would be like, she's just bragging, she has nothing more to offer. So then I would think about, why do I do speech and debate? Do I do it? I don't do it because I think it'll help me get into college. I don't do it because it helps me well, it does actually help me in my literature essays, but that's not why I do it. I do it because speech and debate gives you something that other people cannot give you, right? When you do speech and debate, you learn about current events, you learn about philosophy, you get to discuss it with other people, and this is something you never get to do in school. And I think that's one of the problems with school. I think a problem with school is that they just give you a textbook, they make you read it, then you spit out facts and you memorize it on a test. And if people ask you to go beyond that, you're stumped and you'll flunk the class, right? So I do speech and debate because then it actually helps me learn about current events, helps me learn about what's going on in the world, how it affects my personal philosophies, and then philosophies of other people like Kant or Nietzsche. I've never learned how to pronounce his name. Nietzsche. Or Heidegger and stuff. And I learn about their philosophies on life, and then I can develop my own philosophy on life. And then why else do I do speech and debate? I do speech and debate because then I get to meet people from other people around the world who have completely different backgrounds than I do, who grow up in completely different places and have completely different experiences than I do. And I get to learn more about how other people are living their life and whether I should adopt some things that they're doing into my own life, right? So then I write about these things. I write about why I do speech and debate. I do it because I enjoy it. I do it because it teaches me that things in school that I can't do. And I do it just because I get to meet new people that I would never be able to meet in Lynbrook. And that gives me a much more profound reason as to why I do this certain activity versus just saying I do it and it influences me because I get to visit LA and I love LA because, Hollywood is there or something. That's not something profound. That's not something anyone wants to read about. Right? So you need to actually think about why you do the certain activities you do, how it reflects who you are, and what you hope to gain from doing these activities. And if I were to write, I'd probably write about a failure. Sometimes when I failed, I lost a round in debate and what that taught me, things like that. I wouldn't write about when I won a debate and how happy it made me feel, because that's what everyone's going to write about. I'd write about a time where I got completely crushed, and why I got crushed, and how I resolved to work on myself from now on so I wouldn't get crushed like that again. Does that make sense? Alright, let's go back to this essay.